Good morning, Kasturians. So today we have to study this topic, that is kinetic energy of rotation, and this topic is from chapter number 8, which is gravitation. Now, see, we already know what is kinetic energy when we talk about the linear motion. What is the reason for kinetic energy? Kinetic energy, if we are talking about the linear motion, that is due to the by the virtue of its velocity. Okay, if the object or any body is having some velocity, then we say that the that object possesses some kinetic energy. As now we are talking about the rotational motion. Okay, so kinetic energy of rotation, it will be due to the rotational motion of the body or any object with respect to a given axis. Now we have to find out the kinetic energy of rotation. As we already know, linear kinetic energy is half mv square. Okay, and now let us consider, see from this figure we have let us consider that v1, v2 and vn up to n are the velocities of different particles, and these different particles are having masses m1, m2, m3 and mn respectively. Okay, so you can see this is the axis about which we have to consider all the things. Now let us see, this is particle, consider this is particle, first particle, and distance of this particle is r1 and its velocity is v1, and let us consider this is particle 2, its velocity is v2, and position from the axis is r2 and mass is m2. Okay, and up to there are n number of particles. Now if we want to find out the velocity of first particle, that is uh, we know the relation between the linear velocity and omega, and omega is angular velocity. Okay, so we know the relationship between them, that is v is equals to omega r. Okay, now if you want to find out the velocity for particle 1, that will be v1 r1 into omega, and omega, as it is, you can see it will be same for all the particles, as the whole system is rotating with the same angular velocity, that is omega. So for particle 2 it will be r2 omega, and for particle 3 it will be r3 omega, and up to n particles vn will be rn into omega. Now if you want to find out the kinetic energy of first particle, how we can proceed? See, if we talk about the linear kinetic energy of first particle, that will be half m1 v1 square. If we substitute the value of v1 from this equation here to here, so it will be half m1, v1 is r1 into omega and square, so it will become half m1 r1 square omega square. Okay, similarly for all the particles, and if we substitute the kinetic energy due to particle 1, 2, 3 and so on, and add them to find out the total kinetic energy of the system, so we will get some this kind of equation. It will be half m1 r1 square omega square plus half m2 r2 square omega square up to n, and half we will take outside, omega again we will take outside. Why? Because they are constants. Other things will be in the bracket, as you can see, and we can write to this equation, we can write as summation of m I r I, and what is I is the summation from 1 to n. Okay, so I becomes equals to summation of mi ri square. Okay, so summation from I is equals to 1 to I is equals to 2, and this is nothing but moment of inertia. Now what will be the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is now half into I omega square. Okay, and you can see moment of inertia of a body about any given axis. What is that? That is sum of products of its masses and the square of distances. Okay, square of their distances, and distances are perpendicular distances. R is perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Okay, so that's all for today. We will be discussing the other parts in the next class. Okay, thanks for watching.